My name is Warren Perry. I'm a 28-year veteran of the United States Army. I retired in 2014. I live in Bow, New Hampshire. I'm married and I have 3 grown children. My pursuit is to help veterans any way that I possibly can. I had an extensive career in the military. I was commissioned from the University of Maine in 1986 as an armor officer. I served on tanks and I served for 28 years. I deployed with the 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment to Desert Storm, and then I deployed to Iraq in 2008 as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom, where I led some teams to help secure the Iranian-Iraqi border in southern Iraq. I led about 6 or 7 smaller teams that were deployed around the province of Basra, and during that tour, I lost 1 man. I first became acquainted with House in the Woods through one of my friends here in New Hampshire. He was volunteering up there, and I thought it was interesting that he would go up there. He was not a veteran himself, and he would go up there and volunteer to help the veterans at House in the Woods. And about a year later, I had an opportunity to go on a trip, and I called my friend back and said, "Hey, tell me about this guy, Paul House. I think that's who you were talking about." And he said, "It's going to change your life." And it did. I went on a nice fishing trip with them, and then I decided to help and volunteer any way that I could. I first went kind of as a chaperone staff officer for another organization that the House in the Woods had partnered with, and what I found is just being with the veterans, and some that have some demons and they need to heal, and some that are just thriving and doing okay. But what I found is it's extremely rewarding to me. I get a real sense of purpose for me to be able to just be there and listen and be a peer, be a kind listening ear to some of the other veterans. And I tell Angie and Paul and Dee, I get way more out of it than I give. And I've been associated with other organizations that help veterans, and they're all wonderful. They all do great things for veterans, but they didn't fit for me like House in the Woods fit for me. I think it's because it's genuine and nothing is forced. It is a great organization.